because you mentioned earlier, like in the PhD process, we learn all of these skills and we acquire these new skills to get through the process. But then when you get your teaching position, you don't really use all of the skills. And then there's some things that you think is like common knowledge and you realize, oh, no one else knows how to do this thing that comes so naturally to me that I'm kind of an expert in that I didn't realize, like you mentioned with your faculty learning community and like how you were building relationships with your students and people had no idea of how to do this. And so we have these like skills, these other things, and we want these like extra ways to receive fulfillment that isn't just tied to our academic work. So can you share about I know you have like 2 main programs, right? Coaching programs?
It's now one. Oh gosh, it became one. Yeah. It's just the one as of August. And that was part of the shift was I knew I was coming into a semester with new responsibilities because I was going to be doc program coordinator. I was going to have this federal grant that I was running and I was still going to have to teach. So I knew it was a lot. And it's like I looked at my life and I was like, I can't run 2 programs and still show up at my job in excellence. So it's now one program. It's a 1 6-month career coaching program that is specifically for women who are unhappy on their current career path, unhappy in their job, and they have no idea what else they will do. So that makes them feel stuck. They have no idea which of their skills are transferable. And so they have no idea what else they would do, which makes them feel stuck, and they don't know how to market themselves. And so the goal of the entire program is to help them get clear about who they are so they can figure out their most aligned and fulfilling career paths. We definitely have options. And then we pick one in the program, and then I navigate them through 4 months on average of just intentional job searching with me there as a support. And so I'm providing them with everything they need, from resume templates to cover letter templates to interview scripts to negotiation scripts. We use evidence-based assessments. So it's really this comprehensive program to take you from feeling unhappy at work to finding and securing a fulfilling job with at least a 5-figure salary increase. And so that's the program. It's called Find Your Fulfilling Career.
I love that. That's so necessary. I'm so happy that you're doing the work that you're doing. So if someone's listening to this and they're like, that sounds kind of good, how do people know if they should consider a career change?
Oh man, there are so many different reasons. I think I'll start with the most common ones. Is when you notice that your physical and mental health are starting to be impacted. So on the physical health side, what I've seen some of my women experience when they come to me, they're either losing or gaining weight, their hair is falling out, they're experiencing skin issues, they have ulcers, they're experiencing insomnia. One woman passed out at work because of the stress, so fainting. Yeah, I think people often underestimate the impact of a terrible job. So those are the physical piece. On the mental health side, when you start seeing that you're experiencing higher self-doubt, more anxiety, more depression, lower creativity, lower motivation, lower engagement, you're just like, blah. Like you just notice yourself when you wake up, you dread every day. When you go in, you dread it. When you come home, you have no energy. And then you start to see both of those things impact your relationship. So you're complaining more, you're fighting more, you don't have time for your kids, for your family. When you start to see all those life impacts, that's by far the biggest, the red flag to listen, it's time to go. Mm-hmm. Some other things is I know that there have been some women who on paper, what they had looked like a good job. The title was there, the pay was there, they were getting paid well, but they're still unhappy. And so when the money is the only part that is keeping you going, like you literally are waiting just for payday, that's a big red flag, because I always say like the money will make you feel good for a hot second, but that high is going to crash. And then you still have hours and months and days and weeks to be in that job where it's not payday. So that money is not, it doesn't last. And you know, there's a book called The Second Mountain. That's what it's called, Second Mountain, where it talks about multiple, just people who reached what would have been thought of as the pinnacle of their career and left and came down to climb what is their second mountain, which was a career that was more meaningful for them. And so I know I'm one of the people, like I always say, when people say money can't buy happiness, it's a lie. Money can buy things that make you happy. And at the same time, money alone cannot make you happy. It can buy the things, but at some point it can't fill the hole. Also, I would say when you just start to find that you don't feel like you're contributing to the world with your career. You don't feel like you're doing meaningful work. You don't feel like you're being impactful, because what that starts to do is makes you start to question your purpose on earth when you're not doing meaning. Because remember, y'all, we spend 40 hours minimum a week at work. And most of you, if you have a PhD, you are high achieving. You are working more than 40 hours. I can almost promise that. And so imagine spending all that time being unhappy. The math has been done. If you're doing the bare minimum of 40 hours, over your lifetime, that's 90,000 hours that you'll spend at work. And so I always say it makes zero sense to be miserable for that much of your time. So those are some of the I would say, easy signs where when you're seeing all these effects and you know it's because of your job, then it's probably time to make a change.
Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I know we're getting close to the end time, but I do want to ask, if someone is feeling that way, like, I feel like I'm unfulfilled in my career, I'm not happy, it's affecting my life, is there a good first action step that women can take when they are considering a career change?
Yeah. I think the first action step is to just get clear about what it is you don't like about your current job. A lot of times we will be unhappy at work and then just start job searching, try to find something else. And what I've noticed that ends up leading to is cycles of bad jobs. The next thing you end up to, you hate it. And then now you're in this vicious cycle. Just start by pausing and really clarifying, what don't I enjoy? Is it my daily work tasks? Is it the relationship with my manager, with my coworkers? Is it the commute? Is it the pay? Is it the hours? Like, what are the actual things that make you unhappy? Because when you get that clarity, then it's easier to move forward and avoid similar roles. And there's a whole other, more things that you'll do. But if that's the only thing you do first, it's get that clarity about what it is you don't like.